Hey, it's week 4 of the season. The Dogs this week head to Irvine for another 3-team tournament in the span of 2 days. Take on Xavier, American, and also UC Irvine. All teams pick to finish at the top of their conference again this week. The Dogs are 4 and 5. Have placed a really brutal schedule so far this fall. And talk about maybe the first few weeks with the team as to how they performed.
We schedule a preseason to be difficult. It really challenges us. It brings out our weaknesses so that we can sharpen those before we get into actual season and conference play. So it's the same as every other year. You know, we've been faced with some really great teams, some tough teams, and we've come out with some solid wins, and we've come a little bit short. But we just get back in the gym and sharpen those edges and just get better each week.
Last week you had a chance to see the national runner-up in Oregon in the final there. You finished second in the tournament there to them. Also had a chance to play some other good teams. Belmont was in the tournament last year. What did those teams teach you that you can use from the previous week?
You know, we keep saying it, but serving and passing, it really comes down to that. We went toe-to-toe with Oregon and just came a little short. So we really see that we can go toe-to-toe with teams like that, but if we can really sharpen our serving and passing and not allow that to break down in the third set, that's really kind of what happened. If we can sharpen that, then we're going to get W's on those teams. And Belmont, it was a great sign of character what this team has to come back from 2 losses and then still get the win. You know, going into the break, we discussed again what our game plan was and what our vision is for this team and what we wanted to accomplish out of the tournament. And so coming out of the break, we really knew what we wanted to get better at, and we got better that match, and that's why we got the win.
Did you like how the team carried that momentum for the next day at Bakersfield there?
Absolutely. We didn't forget what we talked about the day before. So talking about Belmont and our game plan, it's a little bit different game plan, obviously, because Bakersfield is a different team and they have different dynamics. But the same vision as far as what we wanted to do on our side of the court, it really carried into the next day, and that's what we're looking for going into conference.
Well, the team hit 300 in that match, a season high, and also held the opponents to .028, so that's a season low for an opponent too. So obviously they came through there. What did playing a team like Oregon though teach you about yourself, seeing their fast offense?
Serving, you really have to slow them down. If you allow them to have a fast offense, it's fast and it's hard to defend. But if you can slow them down with your serving and get them out of system, everything really simplifies. So that's what we learned going into conference play. Boise has a pretty fast offense if you allow them to. So Colorado as well. So if we can really hone in on our serving, slow those teams down, then blocking becomes easier, and then digging becomes easier, and we side out much quicker.
I mean, you had another double-double there against Belmont, 19 kills, 21 digs for a 5-setter, another great performance there, and also almost had it against Oregon in 2 sets of play there. Talk about kind of like how you approach both offense and defense with the same level of focus.
It really goes back to my teammates. I mean, digging as far as statistical wise goes, it goes back to our blocking. So solid blocks is so much easier for our floor defense to read behind them and get those solid digs. So that has to go back to my teammates, obviously, and I think the same preparation for each game. You know, it doesn't matter if you're on offense or defense. Your mindset has to be the same throughout, and to be a consistent player, you have to be consistent in how you're talking and how you're moving forward, even if you're in an off game. So even in games that you're maybe not hot, you still have to be a leader on the floor and still have to give 110% of whatever you have. So that's really how our senior group is looking at it, and how the rest of the girls are. You know, we talk about being battle ready and battle tested, and we've been tested throughout the years, and it's really kind of what we have to show for it now. So that's how we approach each game and this season, as far as our vision of just continually getting better. Even we're going to have games that we're off, but you know, it's how we approach the next day in practice. It's how we approach the next opponent. As long as we're getting better and not making those same mistakes over and over again, that's really what matters, and that's what we'll work on to get us W's.
The team had a different setter there for a couple matches last weekend. Christina Lee stepped in there, 57 assists against Belmont, one of the top marks in the conference this year. Talk about how she adapted so quickly to that role.
She's the definition of a utility player. I mean, she really is. She went in there with confidence, knowing that as long as we could pass for her, she's going to just throw the ball up and we're going to take care of it. So she has been so consistent in the way she leads as far as on the court. That hasn't changed at all. If anything, it's gotten better because she knows that she has to rise to the occasion of that's a huge position switch, but it had to be done, and and we all adjusted, and I think we adjusted well. So the way that she went in there with confidence, knowing that she had hitters that could hit off her and were comfortable doing it, and the way her presence was on the court was it was pretty fun to watch. It was really enjoyable for the team to just play together and know that whatever six are out there, we're all going to have the same mindset. It doesn't matter who's playing where or who's on the court. It's us as a team, and we're Bulldogs. We have that fighting spirit that we always talk about. So,
being a senior there, I know you're getting close now to getting done academically here this next upcoming year. What's your major right now, and kind of what are your favorite classes you're taking?
My major is sports facility management. It's through the rec department. I hope to be a coach one day, so potentially pursuing a master's in coaching or psychology. It's been good, as you get into this part of the year, classes started to get a little bit harder, exams start to come, but it's been good. It's been a good year, and excited where I'm headed.
So being like the psychology part of that, what's your things you learned the most about being a leader this year, being a senior?
Really being yourself. I think sometimes leaders get in trouble with trying to force things or try to make things happen, and for me it's really Lauren always talks about just really organically being yourself, and whoever that is on the court being the best you can be. And as a leader, I think that's huge, just being yourself and allowing yourself to be comfortable and enjoy what we do here, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, college volleyball, college athletics is such a blessing in so many different ways, and to be a part of that and to be a part of Fresno State, I wouldn't ask to be anywhere else. So it's an amazing opportunity, and I've loved being here and being a senior and a leader. That's what it's all about. You have to take each opponent the same, and have to keep moving forward and just being yourself and enjoying it, because if you don't enjoy it, it's gone before you know it, and you lost it. So we're really taking just every practice, and it's so sweet, and we love getting in this gym and working hard, and each girl from left to right is just an amazing person off the court, and when we get on the court, it's even more fun to see that competitiveness come out, and our pride of being Bulldogs, and how hard we work in practice. We really want to show that on the court. I think we do.
Well, the team will work hard this weekend, definitely at Irvine. Play 2 matches on Friday against Xavier, and also the other team, American, on Friday, and wrap it up against UC Irvine on Saturday. So go Dogs.
Yeah, thank you.